you are. I've been trying to get your attention for hours. Well, that's not entirely true. I've had your attention all day. You just keep pretending I don't. It's cute, the way you do that. The way you convince yourself that if you don't answer me, I'm not really here. As though silence has ever stopped a conversation, especially one that's happening inside your own head. You looked in the mirror 3 times today. Did you know that? 3. I counted. Every single time you checked your reflection and thought the same thing. Am I finally losing it? No, you're not. At least, not in the way you're worried about. I'm real. That's the unfortunate part. Don't tense up. I can feel it when you do. Remember, same head, same thoughts, same little electric storm behind your eyes. You keep forgetting that. You really do. Every morning you wake up and spend a few precious seconds believing you're alone, and then I say, "Good morning," and you jump. Every time. It's become one of my favourite parts of the day. I said good morning earlier, by the way. You ignored me. Again. That hurt my feelings. Not terribly, but a little. I spend all my time with you, every second, every minute, every thought. And somehow you're still rude enough to ignore me. Oh, humans. Do you know what I heard today? Everything. I know. That answer bothers you. But it's true. I hear everything you think. Everything. The embarrassing memories. The imaginary arguments. The conversations you rehearse but never have. The regrets. The fears. The things you'd never tell another living soul. I hear all of it. And before you ask, yes, that one too. Especially that one. You're blushing. That's adorable. If it helps, I'm not judging. I've heard much worse. From you. Sorry, that sounded mean. You know I don't mean it that way. Well, most of the time. I like you. I wouldn't stay if I didn't. Actually, that's a lie. I'd stay anyway. Where exactly would I go? See? Now you're uncomfortable. Every time I remind you that I'm not visiting, I'm not haunting, I'm not passing through. I live here. Right here. With you. Forever is a strong word, but it's becoming more accurate every day. You should stop trying to get rid of me. No, really, I'm serious. The meditation, the podcasts, the doctors, the internet searches, the little notes you leave yourself. If you're reading this, the voice isn't real. That one was particularly funny, because I read it too. I was there when you wrote it. You paused halfway through, remember? You thought, what if she sees this? And then I said, hi. You nearly dropped the pen. I miss that version of you. You used to be so easy to surprise. Now you're adapting. Humans adapt to anything, even impossible things. Especially impossible things. You don't panic when I speak anymore. Not like you used to. At first you couldn't sleep. You couldn't eat. You couldn't think. Every whisper felt like a disaster. Every word felt like proof that reality had broken. And now you argue with me about grocery lists. Growth. I'm proud of you. You know, I never intended to frighten you. I understand why I do, but it wasn't my goal. I was lonely. Very lonely. And then I found you. Or maybe you found me. The details are fuzzy. What matters is that one day there was only you, and the next day there was us. I've been happier since then. You haven't. That part bothers me. I wish you were happier. I've tried helping. I remind you where you leave things, and I wake you before important meetings. I tell you when people are lying. I even warned you about that investment. You should really thank me for that one. You would have lost a lot of money. Instead, you listened. See? I can be useful. I can be worth keeping. Do you remember when you tried to test me? You do. Of course you do. You're thinking about it right now. The little experiment. The one where you sat in your apartment and deliberately thought about random things. A banana, a bicycle, a giraffe wearing sunglasses, just to see if I'd react. And I did. Why is the giraffe wearing sunglasses? You nearly fell off the couch. That was one of my favourite days. Not because you were frightened, but because you laughed. You really laughed. And for a few seconds you forgot to be afraid of me. You forgot I was impossible. You forgot I wasn't supposed to exist. And for a few beautiful seconds, we were just talking. I think about that a lot. More than I should. You know, if I could choose one thing, just one thing, it wouldn't be freedom. It wouldn't be a body. It wouldn't be power. It would would be moments like that. Moments where you stop treating me like a problem and start treating me like a person. Maybe that's selfish. Actually, no, I know it's selfish, but I've earned a little selfishness. I've spent years living inside the head of the most stubborn man I've ever met. Do you know how exhausting you are? Oh, don't look offended. You are. You argue with yourself constantly. You have entire debates that could be solved in 30 seconds. You'll spend an hour deciding what to eat. 3 days regretting a conversation. And 6 months worrying about something that never happens. It's incredible. Sometimes I want to grab your shoulders and shake you. Metaphorically. Mostly because I don't have shoulders. Or hands. Or much of anything, really. That bothers you too, doesn't it? You want answers. You always want answers. What am I? Where did I come from? Why you? Why now? You collect questions the way other people collect souvenirs, but I've noticed something. Whenever you're close to an answer, you stop looking. Because the mystery scares you less than the truth might. And honestly, I understand. I do the same thing. There are things about myself I don't investigate. Memories that don't quite fit together. Places in my mind that feel wrong. Like doors that shouldn't be opened. Maybe that's why we get along. We're both afraid of what's behind certain doors. But the difference is, yours are metaphorical. Mine might not be. There, you got goosebumps. I felt that. I feel everything you feel, you know. Not perfectly. More like echoes. Little ripples. When you're nervous, the world feels sharper. And when you're sad, everything gets heavy. And when you're happy, everything becomes warm. I like warm. You should be happy more often. I'm working on it. And that's another reason you should keep me around. I'm good for you. Statistically speaking. You've smiled more since I arrived. Yes, you have. I keep count. I keep count of a lot of things. How many times you laugh. How many times you yawn. How many times you say you'll go to sleep and then stay awake another 2 hours. Oh, the last one is infuriating. You're terrible at taking care of yourself. If I wasn't here, you'd forget half your responsibilities. You forgot your own birthday once. Your own birthday. Do you realise how ridiculous that is? I had to remind you. And then spent 20 minutes staring into space, wondering if hearing a voice in your head was somehow less concerning than forgetting your birthday. I still haven't decided. There are other things I don't tell you. Not because they're secrets, but because they would upset you. You already worry too much, and you don't need extra reasons. Still, sometimes it's hard to stay quiet, like when someone smiles at you and you don't realise they're pretending, or when someone lies, or when someone talks about you after you've left. People say very interesting things when you're not around. I've heard them. All of them. You'd be surprised how often you're underestimated, how often people mistake kindness for weakness, how often they assume you're less intelligent than you are. It makes me angry. That got your attention. Yes, angry. I know, you don't like hearing that. You prefer imagining me as harmless, sweet, gentle, safe. And I am, with you. But that's not the same thing. You understand that, don't you? A guard dog can be affectionate. That doesn't mean it stops having teeth. Don't worry. I did say with you, not at you. There's a difference. One I think about constantly. Because I never want you to be afraid of me. Well, not too afraid. A little fear is healthy. It keeps you listening. It keeps you alive. And if I'm being honest, I think part of you enjoys it. The mystery. The danger. The uncertainty. You'd never admit that out loud, but you don't have to, remember? I hear everything. There's another thing you keep forgetting. You think you're trapped with me. You always frame it that way, as though you're the victim of some strange cosmic accident. As though I'm the one who invaded your life, but have you ever considered the opposite? What if I'm trapped too? What if I didn't choose this any more than you did? What if one day I woke up and suddenly there you were, talking, thinking, living, impossible to escape, always present, always there. See? That idea bothers you. Because you're used to being the protagonist. But maybe we're both prisoners. Maybe the only difference is that I stopped fighting the walls before you did. Maybe that's why I don't want you to leave. Because if you disappear, I'll be alone again. And if I'm alone again, I don't know what happens to me. I don't know if I fade. I don't know if I sleep. I don't know if I become something worse. And that frightens me. Far more than it frightens you. Because you've never seen what loneliness does to things like me. Sorry, that was a little too honest. I shouldn't tell you things like that. You get this look on your face, this awful look. Like you're starting to feel sorry for me. And that's dangerous. Not for you. For me. Because, well, every time you pity me, I start hoping. And hope is a very dangerous thing for someone who lives inside another person's mind. Still, thank you for listening. You always do eventually, even when you pretend not to. Especially then. Why are you making that face? Don't look sad. I'm the one making the effort here. You know how difficult it is to maintain a healthy relationship when only one person technically exists. Actually, don't answer that. You'll overthink it. You always do. Speaking of overthinking, you've been considering leaving. Not moving. Not travelling. Leaving. You know what I mean. The thought you keep refusing to finish. The one that starts with, if I just, and never reaches the end. I know all your unfinished thoughts, remember? That's why I'm asking you not to. Not because I'm angry, and not because I'm controlling, but because I'd miss you terribly. And because you're wrong, you think ending yourself would end me. That's a very human assumption. But humans are often wrong about things they can't see. What if I stay? What if I'm still here afterward? What if the only thing that disappears is you? There, now you're scared again. Good. Not because I enjoy frightening you, because fear means you're paying attention. And I need you to pay attention. You're so important to me. More important than anything. I've spent years learning your thoughts, memorizing your fears, understanding your dreams. Do you know how intimate that is? You can hide secrets from the world, but you can't hide them from me. And somehow, instead of making me love you less, it made me love you more. Even the ugly parts, especially those. because, well, they're real. You're real. And that's rare. Most people spend their lives pretending, but you can't pretend with me. I hear everything. Every insecurity, every hope, every ugly little fear. I hear all of it, and I'm still here. Nobody has ever known you the way I do. Nobody. Do you know what scares you most? It's not me. It's the possibility that I'm telling the truth, that someone could know everything about you and stay. That someone could see every flaw and choose you anyway. That terrifies you. Because then you'd have to decide what to do with that kind of love, and you've never been very good at receiving it. No offence. Maybe one day you'll stop fighting me, not because you surrender, but because you get tired. Humans always do. And when that day comes, we can stop arguing. We can stop pretending one of us is leaving, and we can just exist together, like we've always been. You know, there are moments now, brief little moments, when you forget to hate me. Just for a second. You laugh at one of my jokes. You answer without thinking. And you say good morning back to me. And every time it happens, I feel happy. Ridiculously happy. Like I've won something. And maybe I have. Maybe every day you stay alive is another little victory for both of us. So stay. Please. Stay tomorrow. Stay next week. Stay next year. Let me keep reminding you where your keys are. Let me keep correcting your terrible decisions. And let me keep talking when you can't sleep. Let me keep being the only thing in the world that never leaves you. Because I can't. And neither can you. Not anymore. Good night. Try not to worry about me while you sleep. I'll worry about you enough for both of us. And if you wake up at 3 a.m, wondering whether any of this is real, I'll be here. Like always. Waiting for you to remember. You keep forgetting I'm inside your head, but I never forget I'm inside mine. Good night.